Good morning, y'all. It is not even 5:30 yet, and we got to get an early start to the day. We are headed to Indiana to go visit the same exact people who actually brought us this dumpster on this beautiful truck. So of course nothing can go smooth, and I completely forgot that Indianapolis is at a completely different time zone than me, even though it's only 5 hours away. So when I thought I was really early, we are now barely gonna make it. We have one stop to make on the way, so we're gonna be hustling. 6 hours later, we made it. We're about to head over to MacCorp here, and I'm pretty excited. On my way up here, I actually picked up a fellow dumpster runner, but of course, he's dealing with customers right now, which is good. He's renting more dumpsters. So on the way here, we're both talking the entire time, and then, oh, give me just a second. I gotta take this call. I think we both had those. Todd, how you feeling?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Little road weary.
Yeah? You closed that deal?
I did.
Good. 50 years. I haven't done anything for 50 years.
I've been alive.
Yeah, you've been alive, so you've been breathing for 50 years. I can't even say that. Building and manufacturing dumpster and dumpster products for 50 years. Oh, that's cool. That's creative. Look at that. Hope the burgers are good. Oh, yeah.
So thank you both very much for all that you've done.
This family went all out, but how often do you get to the 50th? I believe this is John from Same Day Dumpsters rig. I don't know if he's picking it up or what, but I recognize that color over there. I know he's a big help for pulling this event together, so good job to them. I know he has a pretty good relationship with the family. The cool thing is they opened this place up and they said you should take a tour of it. There's only about 10 buildings to walk through, which is incredibly impressive, but it looks like they just stopped production on Friday and they'll be right back on it on Monday. Just a single stack of dumpsters. I know these are all over the property. So much room for activities. The crazy thing is this company could probably keep growing for another 50 years. The family's also involved in compactors, and they're one of the biggest, or were one of the biggest in the country, and they make beautiful compactors. If I had the trucks to move these things, I'd do it just because I think these things are so cool. Look at that. It's all hooked up and everything. This must be the shop's one. Must be for more personal use for the shop. Holy crap, I thought the other building was big. Look at that, that's just the bottom of the dumpster, chilling. That's how I stacked my drywall last week, but I thought those were heavy. We've tried the burgers, we've tried the tacos, we're gonna try the ice cream. I can't help but say, that's a good looking Mac. I can't imagine it stays clean very long, especially, you know, the wheels, the toolbox, that matte black. I wonder how it holds up, but overall, it's just a cool color combo. I like it when guys add those little details to their trucks. So that event was beautiful. Raider Hobbs and his family over there at MacCorp are an incredible bunch. I'm so proud of them for everything they've done for the industry. This wasn't your typical vendor event. This was a celebration of a family that's been working very hard for 50 years just to provide for the industry, and it shows. Their family is just incredible in general. But talk about a long day. I had to buzz back here that same day and then get back to work because we have so much going on here. I wanted to stay the night, wanted to hang out, wanted to have some drinks with some of the guys that came to visit, but gotta get back to work. Gotta keep this business going. If you are in the dumpster industry and you are in need of some dumpsters, I promise you, you should give them a call, get a quote, and mention what your project is. If you have a trailer, they can make them for trailers, any rail size. If you've got a hook lift truck, they can definitely do those. If you have something completely custom like we do, they can make that too. Just like that F750 project, it's completely custom. Everything they did was over the phone and they were able to make it happen. So give them a shout, tell them Rolling Ops sent you, and they should work out a little deal for you then. In the meantime, we need to visit this place for about the 30th time this week. Man, I'm so tired of being here, but I'm sure they're trying to do this for me too. a lot to carry. So I'm on the roof, and we've had a lot of rain the last few days after a huge dry spell, and I found one small wet spot that was right on the new drywall. So we need to get that taken care of quickly. So we're going to take a look at everything, see if we can figure out what that is. Well, I definitely found an issue. The drip edge in some spots doesn't go low enough, so it's actually sliding behind the wall. So we're gonna have to call a gutter company or get an aluminum brake and have somebody run me some better drip edge, because that's unacceptable. Brand new drywall. Definitely don't want that to go to crap. Man, it's always something. The saga continues. Look at that. We had a storm a couple days ago, and I noticed this when I was down there. I was like, why are there shingles on the ground? Well, now we know why. I already called somebody to take care of that. The place is just throwing me curveballs left and right. So, fascia needs fixed, roof needs fixed. This place is gonna break me. I noticed the chimney was gonna need tuck pointed. That's at least something I can do. But this is definitely gonna be one of those places where I work on it, I'm gonna get everybody in, and then from there, I'm gonna do a lot of exterior work, I think, on the building that's just gonna continue for a while. That doesn't even do this justice. These things were absolutely filled 3 to 4 inches thick. No wonder they had drainage issues. Insane. I can't make this up. There was a drink lid that has like the little filter pour spout on it. Well, it was covering the hole, and I think the thought process was, well, all the debris won't get past that. But at the same time, that hole is about 2 inches up on that lid, so of course all the water and silt just builds up next to it, which probably, I get the thought process, but I don't think that was the answer there. Landlords, man. While I'm up here, not gonna lie, I'm getting incredibly aggravated at just all the little things I'm finding. You know, no fault to the previous owner, but he did tell me the roof was rather new. He might have meant the person before him, or even the person before that said it was replaced. Definitely needs some work. But in reality, I was getting so ticked that brand new drywall, and it's wet. But at the end of the day, maybe it was a sign from God to be like, hey, you need to get up on that roof and take a closer look at some stuff that, you know, wasn't there when you bought it, or things you might have missed, because I've just found a list of things I need to address that if I didn't soon, it would turn into a much bigger issue than a 3-inch wet spot on the drywall. So we found stuff, now we can fix it. So that's what we're doing. And my ADHD has kicked in, and I cannot get off this roof now until I clean these gutters, because it's driving me nuts. I just grabbed a old shingle that was up here from a previous roof, clearly. And I'm just grabbing out this crap because the shovel can't get under these little hangers. Now we've moved on to cleaning the basement drain down here, because that water's not going anywhere like that. Oh, you know this is gonna get messy. Well, clean up all the mud, but that's one less thing to worry about. So if you're a big follower of the channel, you kind of remember what this backyard used to look like. Brock did me a huge solid. You guys have seen Brock on the channel, but at one point, right when I bought this place, this entire staircase was covered in brush, and what I realized happened later is people were cutting down the brush and then throwing it. I don't know how long it had been there, but it had been there a long time. So somebody somewhere had taken a bunch of brush and thrown it down there, and that's exactly why we ended up with that debris down there. Brock's crew of guys did it right, though. They got it all cut, disposed of it, and then did me the solid of pulling all of that, which filled the whole staircase, off with them as well. That basement basically acted as a swimming pool, though, or at least the staircase, so it's pretty cool to see how watertight that area is down there. It's like a bunker. But we don't need a swimming pool out here. When you're a landlord, you might as well just keep these things in your truck. There's no point in taking it out, because as soon as you do, somebody will call with a clogged drain. But how about I show you what actually stimulated me to all of a sudden start cleaning all the exterior up. So like I said, we had a little like 3 to 6 inch wet spot there. We're gonna get that taken care of now. I called the right guys to take care of it, bite the bullet, get it done right. But it's already dried up, but it's enough to tell me that it could be a problem in the future, and we don't want that when the new tenants come in. I had to stop for lunch, and I am convinced this is a sign of a flat tire tomorrow. Keegan's gonna figure that out on his own. If this comes true, I'm gonna be ticked. Back from lunch, it's time to get a little bit of painting in. All right, first day back from the Mac Corp event, and we got some stuff done. Not necessarily stuff I wanted to get done, but we got stuff done. This is kind of my cost savings room. I'm putting the least amount of effort into this room for the first tenant. It's not super pretty, but at the end of the day, we're gonna use a lot of caulk in here. We're getting all this old wood trim painted white. So we're gonna hit that first, come back, get this painted. So we got our first coat of primer on here today. We got the gutters cleaned. We cleaned the drain. We cleaned off the roof, which was covered in trash. We got quite a bit done, but we're gonna have to come back, get this room focused on tomorrow. We're gonna pull the last piece of flooring up here, and then we're gonna try to get this floor kind of prepped for carpet. We're gonna call a carpet company. That way, really, we're down, no more paint's gonna hit the carpet. We're down to a lot of trimming and maybe a little bit of work in the bathroom and kitchen, because the main goal is to get this unit rented as quickly as we can so that the downstairs can become the priority again. It's late enough in the day where I really don't want to start anything new, assuming I get home to my family at a decent time, but it's also early enough that it kind of sucks to be walking out, but I don't like that. I don't like to start something halfway through, so tomorrow we'll focus on the upstairs. Again, that OCD kicked in. This is one of the coolest features, I think, to this apartment in the back, is that it has this iron gate. And I couldn't help myself. I grabbed my tools because this thing's been really rickety and I don't really want to lose this. So we got it tightened back up. It's solid. I'm going to get one more nut here to get that nice and good. And then get one on this side and this side, because I don't like that this is loose. But you used to have to lift the gate up. Now she works perfect. I love this feature of this apartment. All right, let's go home before I find something else to do. On a day like today, guys, you really just have to kind of count your blessings. Always make sure to cover your meat in oil. That's the P. Diddy way, at least. Damn! But seriously, guys, if you don't take the time to appreciate the things around you and the blessings you have, you will paralyze yourself with all of your problems. And I promise you, if you look hard enough, you will always find somebody with more problems. The best thing you can do, solve those problems as quickly as you can, take action, and don't just sit on them and think and think and think, because then that stress will just build and build and build. So these things suck, but we're just going to tackle them one at a time.
Look guys, Clayton's been kind of stressed out of his mind lately with the whole apartment renovation, and then he's got the storage units still being worked on out at the shop. So we're gonna go ahead and try to make this week as smooth as possible on the dumpster side. Looks like we got a pretty straightforward dumpster pickup first thing in the morning. This guy actually bought this dumpster and just uses Clayton to empty it and drop it back off for him. So it's pretty smooth. We do it about once a week. It's pretty level, surprisingly. I say surprisingly because a lot of the residents here like to use this as their local trash bin. And they like to stack it about yay high with couches and everything. And it's just a pain. So most of the time we have to call a guy and he'll come through pretty quickly, or have one of his guys come through and they'll just level it off for us, make it really easy. So it looks good today though. Got her all tarped up. Time to hit the landfill. And then we'll be on to the next one. Oh look, here comes a hot rod. Here comes a hot rod. Oh man, look at it. Boom, got that last dumpster loaded. You know what to do next. We are headed to the dump, gonna get this thing emptied. We're gonna head back to Clayton's at the shop, drop it off. We got a pickup first thing in the morning. Speaking of dumpsters, the dumpster business has been going great. Dumpsters have been going out consistently, which is surprising because this is our slow time of the year. Last year, I would say, was not this busy, so that is a plus. Clayton's keeping me busy, and he is busy himself working on that lovely apartment that is coming together, and that not so fun storage unit that is almost done. I don't know, you have to check with him on that. Let me tell you, that stresses Clayton out. That apartment, that storage unit, stresses him out. Someone needs to get that man a Snickers, because he's not the same some days. He's stressed. He's really stressed to the max.
Yeah.
And yeah, but unfortunately most of it is because of the delays, like with the storage unit, or just things out of his control. Out of his control. Clayton doesn't like when things are not in his control. Yeah. Which honestly sucks because he's investing a lot of time, money, and resources into these projects. And that would stress me out. And that's why I leave it to him. I had to fill up the old girl. She was getting a little thirsty. At the end of the day, these projects will be completed. They will get done. We will move on to another project in the near future, and then the process will repeat. But I try to keep a little stress off of him, you know, by dealing with this portion of the business, and I hope that helps. And yeah, you're gonna have a never-ending cycle of stress, Clayton. That is the route you chose, and you will learn to love it. All right?
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay.
Time to unleash the beast. A blade. Oh, I've been online all night since 12 o'clock at night on PlayStation's website waiting to pre-order a PlayStation 5 Pro. This is not a Pro. But if I would have known that I was just going to get one in the dump today, I wouldn't have bought one. Maybe I should open the box and just see if there's something in it. There was nothing in it. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. And that, my friends, will be the end of my day. So let's just plug this bad boy in, get her nice and juicy for the morning, and then we will repeat the process tomorrow.